Yo, yo, yo! New day, new day! We are so back after a small little break of a single day. I am so sorry to my dedicated fans. Um, so I've been home. I've just straight up been home at my parents' place because I had a bunch of shit to do. My I don't know. I called one day beforehand and said, "Yo, mom, I'm coming home," and she just I don't know. She was actually the one to call me. Said, "Yo, son, are you coming home?" Because apparently my grandpa's birthday was that particular day. Also, that particular weekend. Also, I had a graduation party to go to. Then after that said graduation party, then my grandpa's birthday. That dragged out as hell, and now we are here at uh, we are not here. Then Saturday night, my boy, my brother, my the goat. We needed to just lay some fucking groundwork on our Japan trip because ain't no way we are going in without a plan, but also ain't no way we are doing the plan months in advance. So here we are, like, what, 2, 3 months in advance? That's also, that's being, very secure. That's us being very on time, very... We're doing great. We're doing good. We didn't really do much of what we set out to do. We mostly just looked at a bunch of just places to go, I guess, and looked through the fucking papers. Just a bunch of fucking paperwork that we got of just general info on everything. That we actually got months ago. Basically, right when we booked the entire thing, or, talked to the people who were booking for us. Yes, that is right. We are smart as hell, and we are abusing somebody else to just plan out our entire trip. I guess it's not abusing. They're getting paid. We're not paying them, though. That's the great part. They just get a little fucking bonus from... I don't know. They just get a little fucking bonus of something because they refer us to somebody else. And then I guess they get paid through us, sure. But, it's... So, I don't know. I don't even know what I'm getting at. That was a bad bit to yap about. But, essentially, we want just, like, a couple main things for us to, like, drive around and do. And the rest of the time, we can just, like, fuck around and find out, I guess. So the thing is, we're doing this whole thing in, like, a minivan, right? So we just have so much fucking freedom to do whatever the hell we want. Whatever the hell we want includes mainly two things. Like a couple of Michelin restaurants that are actually surprisingly cheap over in Japan. So we looked at a couple of those. And we also, another thing is just like, there's a whole ass course, some places, a whole ass course to like make your own knife. Not even like, literally from the ground fucking up. Like you fucking forge the steel, you gather the steel. Okay, maybe not, you don't fucking mine for the steel. You basically make the entire knife on your own. It's a bit expensive, also because there you have to have a fucking a fella guy looking over your shoulder throughout the entire project. That is a bit much time for a guy to have, so obviously he doesn't do that for free. Womp womp. The world is evil, yes, very much. Can I not die to Hornet? That would suck. So we're planning that somewhat. I don't know, the whole knife making thing is a bit scuffed because the only thing we've found is like in the middle of fucking nowhere. Like I think 40 kilometers from a bus stop. No, not 40 kilometers. 40 minutes from a bus stop, which is already way out into nowhere. So yeah, we might lose our lives, but it would have been worth it it is a funny story to tell if we do get killed somewhere out in the middle of nowhere. So, yeah, we've been quote unquote planning that. I don't know. It's the website is a bit scuffed. It's like a directly translated website, and the website is really bad. It's horrible. It's absolutely atrocious. So we've just been, I don't know. We procrastinated once again, and we are writing at them at another time. But I think it's something with like a couple of weeks notice. So I think we also I'm sorry. I drank too much water. We also have the option to, when we are over there, because again we are staying for like a month and a half. That's pretty goated, so we can actually just call them there or write them or whatever you do, and just show up 2 weeks later. I'm pretty sure we can do that. I'm just trusting I'm a second-hand source here speaking, but that is what I gathered. So we did that. We did a bunch of planning and shit. Also, just like, I don't know. We don't really have much else. I gotta be honest. We did just look through some shit that was planned for us. For example, the trip over there. The flight takes a little break. Takes a little. It's a hard flight. It's a hard, long flight. So the poor plane has to take a break and get some breakfast, get something to drink and stuff. That whole thing happens in China, Beijing, which, if you hadn't noticed, is not located in Japan. So we have to be there for like 2 or 3 days, where we literally get like a personalized tour of whatever is nearby, I guess. We get to see like, the fucking, the Great Wall of China. We get to see that apparently. We get some, I gotta be honest, I can't remember. I should be able to remember. I have the papers right over there within reach, but I'm not gonna go over there and I'm lying. I am gonna go over here and check what the hell is. Yeah, I printed it off. I printed out all of them. That's also something I did, because at some places you need some of all these things to be printed out. Okay, yeah, day 1, arrive and do nothing. Yeah, right, great. Day 2, Great Wall. Day 3, half-guided tour of to Forbidden City. And what? That was day 3. Day 4, return. Great. I fucked up my papers here. I fucked them up. I fucked up the order. I fucked that up. I gotta be honest. I'm not proud of that. So that's the plan. We also we get a lot of free time in China too. We just again to just like fuck around and find out. We want to go just fucking drinking in China. That would be pretty funny, pretty hilarious. Also because that's like the place we are not prepared to go to. I don't think I'm mentally like ready to go to China. I'm mentally very ready to go to Japan. China? I don't know, man. I don't know. It feels very different, those two countries. But I don't know. It's probably gonna be chill. It's probably gonna be pretty cool. I don't know. That was just like the cheapest way to get to Japan. So it's not like it was on our bucket list of things we wanted to do to go to China. But I guess that's the option we have. So hey, sure. So yeah, that's a whole ass thing. Also, I don't know. We didn't plan much else. It's just we just want to fuck around. We have a couple lists of some cities that are just there on the way. We definitely want to go to fucking freaking Kobe, because that's fucking Kobe beef. That's we are two meatheads. I shouldn't call us meatheads. We are two lovers of food, so of course we're gonna spend like half the trip in Kobe. That's not true, but you know, that's gonna be fire. That's gonna be absolutely peak in Kobe. So, you know, we just have a list of city names, and we're just gonna plop around to each of them. Just, you know, write down like a thing or two that we want to do there, so that we don't just stand around. Like, we wake up one day and don't know where the fuck to go. Because everything is so... Oh, ooh, you were Nod Mato. So we don't just wake up and think we don't know what to do, so we can just, like, look at the map. Not that I think it's gonna be difficult to find something to do just on the way. But, you know, nonetheless, we have this little sheet to go off of now. So that's pretty fire. I mean, I have done other things during the weekend, so I guess I'm a bit running out of time talking about this. I've been to a fucking graduation party for a guy that I guess I've known him since I was like fucking 3 or 4. But you know, he's I don't know, I don't talk to him that much anymore, but we're just kind of invited to everything each other does. So I guess I was invited to his graduation as well. I don't know, it's kind of weird that we, like, I've been at so many of his parties and stuff, but I know like 3 people he knows. I don't know, it's kind of weird, it's kind of goofy, but that's how it is. So, I don't know, he's in a way other field than me in terms of like career things. He's a fucking mechanic. Like, you know, full-blown mechanic now. He can just, like, walk out and make $1 trillion a day, right? So, that's the thing. He looks at cars for a living. I play Hollow Knight. That's, like, yeah, that's the thing. That's a whole thing. But, yeah, the main shtick here is that I was basically just invited to a party where I know no one, and I have nothing in common with any of these people. I did find a couple of guys that were apparently from, you know, the same, you know, roughly the same time of the, what, 6 years of school that you know, the first school I went to in like 7th grade, I had to change because our fucking the classes, the school wasn't big enough, so we had to transfer. We were forced to transfer essentially. But for those first 6 years, that's apparently where these guys and I went to the same place at the same time, which was pretty funny because I don't know, they were in a very different circle, and I don't know, I got some updates on people that are, I don't know, one is very much a drug addict, one is very much still washed up, and I don't know, a lot of the people are not doing too great from that time, but I'm not gonna dwell on that because I have a positive outlook, you know. I'm not gonna yeah, that hurt a bit, that stung a bit, but hey, now I at least know where some of the people are. That's also just a guy from like 2nd grade that just kind of vanished one day, and nobody really knew why. I think I got some updates from my mom, because she also works at a school somewhat nearby. You know, in the same city, is quote-unquote nearby. She works at a school as just a, you know, the woman you're scared to talk to because you've done some bad shit, right? That's my mom. She told me that this mysterious guy that disappeared in 2nd grade, he was in fucking Ukraine or something, just doing some volunteer work from what I can recall. To be fair, it's a long time ago. I don't know if this story is right. I don't know if it's the same guy at all. But that's what I told this guy, and he told me that I don't fucking know. I might be capping real hard. Yeah, so I guess that's what happened to him. I don't know. I didn't remember this guy to be that disliked. But he was apparently a very bad fucking guy. And he also, one of the guys I met at this party was a main key fella in terms of just, you know, fucking putting him down, putting him in his place. because he was, this mystery man was flirting with his girl, and that is a big no-no in 2nd grade. And he just fucking slammed the shit out of him and just beat him until he was, fucking, I guess he was unconscious at that point. He had to be, like, ripped away from him. So that's a whole fucking thing. And I don't know, it's weird, because this guy that I met at this party, I remember his name, I remember him existing, but for the life of me, I cannot remember him existing, if that makes sense, right? I know him, but I don't fucking know him at all. He's just like a phantom in my mind. So that's him. That's the guy I met. He's also a fucking mechanic. He's also, like, into cars and shit. That's, like, a very main ingredient of your personality if you're invited to this party. Which is why it felt kind of weird being there, because, again, I had nothing in common with a lot of these people. I played some fucking table tennis with, all of them, just like, quote-unquote drinking game. I don't know, I didn't even get that drunk. I got, like, a solid, a high 2, low 3 at the very maximum for, like, 10 minutes, and then it dropped down to a 1 again. Not that drunk. Not very drunk at all. Also, basically the only thing to drink there was beer, which, beer, sure, beer is awesome, beer is cool, but when it's the only thing you can drink for hours, that's a big yikes. It was, of course, not the only thing, but, the liquors there were they were mainly rum, and the main thing other than that was, it was very hinted at that you could just make a bunch of fucking rum and cokes and that would be it. That would be great. But rum and coke are ass. They are horrendous. I hate them. They're awful. So, yeah, I'm basically stuck with just, a couple of shots that there's not enough of it so that I can just hog all of it. And I don't know these people enough to, like, introduce a drinking game, or, like, say, hey, let us drink ourselves fucking wasted. Also because they are all pretty fucking wasted at this point. They're all lightweights for some reason. I don't know, I've always thought of myself as a lightweight, but apparently not. Or all of these are just fucking weaklings. So that's a whole fucking thing. I don't want to die to 2 of them, please. Please just let me get to Marmu and then die. Actually, no, I don't want to die to Marmu, because that means I lost 8 hearts to him. So, yeah, that's a whole fucking thing. I mean, I've been there. I went there for, like, a solid hour. I only went home at, like, 1 a.m.? Which is longer than I thought I would make it. So that's pretty great. That's pretty awesome. At the end, it was just like a bunch of drunk uncles and shit that were just being loud and screaming and wanting us all to, like, fucking jump and dance to old people music. Which is fine, right? But I was not nearly drunk enough to be in that mood, and I did not have nearly enough people to talk with to be in that mood. I made, like, 1 or 2 friends there that I cannot remember the name of, because I don't think I was told them. I was just, hey, this is some guy. I also, the guy's brother, who is, like, I don't know, he's like 1 or 2 years older. He is properly, like, married. He has a child now that's 6 months old. He has straight up just a house that he bought. He's also, I also think he's a mechanic, and he bought, like, half of his dad's, like, a whole thing. He is, what even is he? He's a I don't even know what he is, but he bought half of his dad's business, and I guess maybe all of it, because the dad doesn't really have a business anymore. At least that's the lore, is that he's sold his business, but I don't actually know if he sold it to this brother. But again, when you meet these types of people, you feel like you are so behind in the world. It is insane. It is pretty funny, though. Also, when I compare him to my brother, because they were, you know, we were kind of a pair, us four dudes. Me and my buddy that was graduating, and then my brother and his brother. You know, we were all in like, you know, we were two duos. We were duos, right? If that doesn't make sense. They don't really fucking talk to each other anymore. Also because they've grown up to be so fucking different. Again, I've described this guy, and then my brother, who is fucking playing Monster Hunter and Final Fantasy all day. Shout out to the guy though. Like studying at university. Like, that's a big fucking difference. Of course you could say the same thing about me and bro, but you know, it's, I don't know, it's weird. Again, it's just weird going to a party where you know nobody. I also, you know, my bro, he's a man of few words, so I just got like a general invitation to like, yo, 6 p.m, come over, food and drink, ooga booga, right? So I didn't know if there were gonna be like, you know, 10 people or 50 people, but there ended up being a lot of folks, mainly just his family, which is, again, fine, but I don't know that many of them, and I don't know, socially awkward situation, I couldn't really force myself to drink that much, because again, socially obligated to not hog all of their alcohol and just down a whole bottle of liquor, even though I wanted to. But yeah, still a pretty good time, still pretty funny, would do again. But you know, not enough people that I know. That fucking sucked. I got absolutely slapped around in table tennis though, but that really, I feel like that really just sobered me up, because there was not enough drinking involved. Also, I just got off of, you know, New Year's, which was heavy, and my expectations were that, essentially, which I think that expectation from the vibes were, that was hit by the party in general, but not for me. But it is how it is, right? It is how it is. So yeah, I went home at about 1 a.m. ish. Obama, Finder. And then just, you know, I fucking went home. Slept, and did I get that? I hope I did. Yeah, I did. Okay. So yeah, go home. Sleep. Go to my grandpa's, grandma and grandpa's. I don't know. I don't even know how fucking old he was, or how old he got. 79, I think. I'm pretty sure. 78 or 79. Yeah, shit. I can't. I'm still baffled that I do not know. I don't know any of my grandparents' age. That's pretty funny to me. That's just, it's just a qualified guess, you know. 79. But yeah, pretty fire, pretty fun, pretty awesome. God damn it. Womp womp. Not a lot to talk about, I gotta be honest. We ate some grub, we played some cards. My grandpa fucking slammed me at cards. Yeah, I have no excuse. Well, I do have an excuse. He cheated. He very much cheated. And, well, I don't even know, man. There's nothing really to talk about. Quality family time. where half of it I was so tired that I just sat there staring into nothingness. But you know, the whole thing was so fucking long for some reason that it got dragged out to like, you know, nearly beyond the point that me and bro were gonna hang out and talk about shit. So yeah, all of this stuff, all of this I've yapped about has happened in like 1.5 days. This day, today, Sunday, I've done absolutely nothing. Just like sat there watching. I've watched some Squid Game today, which is crazy. I watched the first 2 episodes, and it is not as bad as people say, I gotta be honest. I was expecting terrible dog shit. But it's like pretty decent. I like the premise. I like the fact that it's not just the same thing over again. But to be fair, I've only watched 2 episodes, so I don't think I'm qualified to speak. That's like what I've heard. Is just it's the same thing over again, with no difference. But I feel like there are a lot of differences right now. But that might not be true for the rest of the season, because they are planning to go, and they are like properly going now to the games. But these first 2 episodes have just been about like hunting down the guy who invites people, and you know, fucking killing him, which is pretty fire. I gotta be honest. I don't get the hate. It's pretty interesting watching, you know, kind of the reverse, right? So the people hunting, or not hunting, just like inviting people to the game, is now being hunted down by this guy who won the game, because obviously he wants fucking revenge because his life was ruined. So he has a bunch of fucking money to do this with now, because he, again, won the fucking game. I can't remember how much he got. It was also in, what is their currency, like won or something? So I knew the number. I don't know the number, right? God damn it, I hate this little guy, yeah, let's call him kind words. Little guy, I hate this little guy. So I don't even know how much he won, but it's, you know, it's a lot of fucking money. So he used that to like track down some mystery man. God, I cannot describe how much I hate God Tamer. Shit. Well, I guess we're talking about Squid Game whenever I watch a couple more episodes, but 2 episodes in so far, pretty fire, pretty awesome premise. But that might change the very first second of the next episode. Who knows? Anyway, I'm gonna go fucking take a piss, I guess. Over and out.